morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred on this date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar to description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I am joined by Doom Guy, who appears to be AFK or something. I think he's still watching Sohan's stream, which is going on right now. Anyway, today is Saturn's Day, also known as Saturday, January. Why do I keep going back to July? January 28th, 2023. Alright. So, what happened on this date in history, you may ask? Well, let us indulge you. Starting us off in the year 1077, German King Henry IV was absolved by Holy Roman Emperor Pope Gregory the Seventh, and invited back to the church after his penitent walk to Canossa. So, so Henry IV here, I remember we reported on this. He did a whole walk all the way from wherever he started to Canossa, which is, like, you know, a far ways away. So, but he did it, and he got accepted back in. And we have just been joined by
the Golden Loon.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining.
It's my pleasure.
Huh. And then in 1495, Pope Alexander VI, or Roderick Lancole de Borgia, gave his son Caesar as hostage to Charles the VIII of France. Well, that's not cool. He gave his son as a hostage. It's like, bro, you're a pope. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Maybe I should have done that.
I don't think you would have gotten much. So. 1521, Emperor Charles V opened the Diet of Worms in Worms, Germany, which lasted until May the 25th, preceded the Edict of Worms, which denounced Martin Luther. Or this produced the Edict of Worms. So this was a whole thing that lasted until May, so many months, and then eventually they denounced Martin Luther. So Martin Luther came under a lot of fire because, like, he was, you know, like, as the saying goes, those who speak the truth don't have many friends, if any. Well, I mean, he's going on, you know, saying that the Earth is not the center of the universe. We revolve around the sun. Yeah. You know, like, and heretical. You know.
Yeah.
And then you take, you know, the world today, you know, where they're trying to push certain agendas, certain mindsets. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, 1547, 9-year-old Edward VI succeeded Henry VIII as King of England. All right. So finally, Henry VIII is gone. That guy was an absolute monster. No, like kept imprisoning wives, kept killing wives, and created the Church of England just so he can divorce his wife. Yeah, because he kept trying to produce a male heir.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But either he could never procreate, or he always had daughters.
Yeah.
And he always blamed it on the female, which it's like who has the dictation of male or female? Is it the male chromosome or the female chromosome?
I believe it's the male chromosome is responsible for gender and twins and things like that.
Okay, I thought so. So, yeah, because that would make sense. Because, you know, women are the incubation, and then we are the genetics. You know, they're genetics too, but we are like the you know, male, female, like, you know, stuff like that.
But the genders definitely have a role.
Yeah. Each one. 1581, James VI signed the Second Confession of Faith in Scotland. All right, what is the Second Confession of Faith? Let's take a look at that here. Search Google. The Second London Confession of 1689. Well, no, this is 1581, so hold on a second. 1581. King's Confession. Let's see here. The King's Confession, or Negative Confession, was a covenant which was signed by the king and people across Scotland in 1581. It was made because people were worried about Roman Catholic influences on the young King James VI. It was written by an Edinburgh minister called John Craig, apparently at the request of the king himself. In it, the people were promised before God that they would accept the true religion and oppose Roman Catholicism. The covenant ended with a promise to defend the king, the gospel, and the country. The covenant became the first part of the National Covenant of 1638. All right. I'm going to add this link into the underbar. I see Doom has joined us. Thank you for joining. Oats, indeed. Let's see here. Oh, watts. All right. Let's move on up here. We got, let's see here. We got a pirate attack here. Hey, we spoke about this guy. 1671, Welsh pirate Henry Morgan captured Panama City from its Spanish defenders. Yesterday he landed at some place. Maybe it might have been Panama City. I'm not sure. But you know the alcohol, Captain Morgan?
Yeah.
It's based off of that guy.
Oh, yeah?
Captain Henry Morgan.
Ah,
Pirate.
okay.
Privateer. Yep.
Okay.
Got a little captain in ya? 1724, the Russian Academy of Sciences, founded in St. Petersburg by Peter the Great and implemented in a Senate decree called St. Petersburg Academy of Sciences until 1917. So, and it's now Russian. It's now known as the Russian Academy of Sciences. So, but that's an old university.
Sure. Well,
1724.
Sure
that's older than the United States of America.
Yeah.
You know, that's older than, the concepts of America. You know, as a free nation.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, European history goes way farther.
Oh
back
yeah.
Than ours. They kind of scoff at us when we look at our history.
Technically, Russia is in Asia.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're considered a European, ethnicity and culture and all that stuff. Anyway, 1770, Frederick North became Prime Minister of Great Britain after Augustus Fitzroy resigned. All right. That guy looks a little worried. He's just like, oh no, responsibility. We got a historic publication in 1813. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice was published by Thomas Egerton in the United Kingdom. That is a very important book. Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Got another historic event here in 1819. Sir Stamford Raffles landed in Singapore. Okay. He was a British statesman and founder of Singapore. So I guess he landed in what would become Singapore, or maybe it already was established. I don't know. But he founded it at one point or another. We also got an appointment of interest in 1865. Confederate President Jefferson Davis named 3 peace commissioners. And yet, in that entire short nation's history, it was always war.
Yeah.
So, although I can't really, as a member of the United States, I can't really say that our history is really that peaceful either. 1885, Commission for Auguste Rodin's sculpture, The Burghers of Calais, signed by the Municipal Council of Calais. All right, well let's take a look at this here. Let's see here. Images. All right, so the Burghers of Calais, and burghers are like a people. Not the hamburgers, but like burghers, whatever they are. They have to be French because Calais is in France. But that might have been part of England back in that time. 1800? No, it was France. So, all right, that's pretty cool.
It's an eerie looking
statue. Yeah, it looks like post-apocalyptic. They're all dressed in rags, just wandering aimlessly, wondering what to do. And, that is, yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here to 1915. U.S. President Woodrow Wilson refused to prohibit immigration of illiterates. I mean, I don't see the problem in that. Bring them over here and we'll teach them. That's because that's a nice thing to do. Like he was, because Woodrow Wilson, he's the one who brought in the IRS and the Federal Reserve and everything. So I don't really much like him for that. But this is really cool, because he's refusing to prohibit them from coming here.
True.
So.
I have nothing good to say about Woodrow Wilson. Not a favorite guy of mine.
Not mine either. But at least he has this in his plus pocket, So, anyway.
Or his desire to dumb down society.
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
A good thing comes out of an evil thought. I'm not saying that's true, but it could be.
I mean, you have a point. You did bring in the IRS. So, 1936, Pravda criticized Dmitri Shostakovich's opera Lady Macbeth of the Minsk district. Okay? I don't know who Pravda is, but alright. Got some more music history here. 1944, Leonard Bernstein's Jeremiah premiered in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alright. 1948, President Manuel Rosas granted full amnesty to all so-called Philippine collaborators. He was the 5th president of the Philippines. So
he gave amnesty to who?
To the so-called Philippine collaborators. I wonder if that's some kind of insurrection movements.
Sounds like it, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a TV show appearance here.
Elvis.
1956, Elvis Presley's first appearance on national TV occurred on the Dorsey Brothers stage show. All right. And let me move the mic a little bit closer to you because I'm not sure if it's picked you up at all. Got another television premiere here in 1957. Tonight, America After Dark premiered with Jack Lescoli and Al Jasbo Collins on NBC between the Steve Allen and Jack Parr shows, I believe.
Yeah.
Or Steve Allen and Jack Parr, whatever. Time slots, I don't know. Here we go. We got some Australian men's tennis open. Here we go. 1957, Ashley Cooper won first of 2 straight Australian titles, defeated fellow Australian Neil Fraser 6-3, 9-11, 6-4, 6-2.
I love the way you go. Anything from Australia, you go into it. That's it.
You got to, man, you know. 1957 as well, Australian Championships women's tennis. Shirley Fry-Irvin win All-American final, defeated Althea Gibson 6-3, 6-4 for her only Australian singles title. And you missed it, I believe it was yesterday when Swanson was on the show. Because there's been a lot of Australian singles lately. So the past couple of days, I've been doing that a lot. And then he started doing it. I noticed at the end of a couple numbers, he was trying to bring in a little bit of the down under twang. And I'm like, were you trying to do an Aussie accent? He's like, yes. I'm like, I heard it. So it was great.
Yeah, see, now's the time for the Australian Open down there in the summer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they have it down there.
Yeah, it's summer for them
Yeah.
because they're on the opposite side.
Yeah.
They're also upside down. So gravity's inverted. Everything's going up.
Says you. Who puts that up and down? There is no up and down.
Have you been there?
No.
Exactly. You don't know how it is. 1958. Dodger catcher Roy Campanella was paralyzed in an automobile wreck. Ooh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
He was going to be the Dodgers catcher and got in that accident. Never made it up to California.
Do you think
LA.
that might have been an intentional hit or something?
No.
Like somebody was jealous or trying to prevent him from getting a spot?
No,
I don't know.
He was already on the team and he is already a star.
Well, exactly.
And
what better way to guarantee taking somebody out than to take them out?
No.
I don't know. It just seems a little weird, Anyway, 1960, The Goon Show, final episode on BBC Radio. All right, that's radio.
Never heard of it.
Well, because it's radio. So, it was before your time.
You're too kind.
I know. I was mean to you earlier today, so I'm trying to build points back up. So. We got another historic event here in 1960. A new version of La Fille Malgrande, choreographed by Frederick Ashton, debuted by the Royal Ballet with Nadia Nurina, debuted at the Covent Garden in London. I see we have been joined by Sohan. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
You're already done with Red Dead?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was fun to watch this morning. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Well, if you want, I've been going on by myself this entire time. Do you want to talk about what happened in 1969?
Yep. As soon as I get to 1969.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me scroll all the way down to 1969.
Yeah, see, when I'm left to my own devices, and I do have somebody to banter with, thank goodness. But I'd be lucky to be breaking the 10-minute mark by now. I'd be chewing these things out super quick.
Yes. Okay. Good. 1969. The 1969 NFL Draft. O.J. Simpson from USC picked up by the Buffalo Bills.
The juice.
Yeah.
Which I think I'll have a glass of orange juice after this, if there's any left. Is there?
I think so. I haven't taken an
You better
inventory.
check your orange juice. You better check your OJ. It might have a knife in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, that's my pocket.
Okay, also 1973. The 1973, the 30th Golden Globes, Godfather, Marlon Brando, and Liv Ullmann won.
Darn right, The Godfather won.
If that's what I think it is, that's the Academy Awards, right?
The Golden Globes,
Golden
no,
Globes.
there's something else.
Yeah, they're another award like
Okay.
like the Oscars.
The
and that,
Oscars,
but,
the Golden Globes, you know.
And you have
I know.
television and plays, and you have
As
all
I
kinds
know
of.
for a fact, Marlon Brando declines the Oscar.
Yeah, he had nothing to do. He didn't like any of that stuff. He'd decline all that stuff.
Yeah. And Brendan Fraser, I think, is going to be declining if he wins, you know, for his role in The Whale. That was a good movie. Anybody watching this, go watch The Whale if you can. If it's still in theaters, I don't know if it is. So.
I can't see how he couldn't win.
Yeah.
That was an incredible performance.
1974, Sam Thompson and Jim Bottomley and Jocko Colan elected to Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right. And we got some more Golden Globes here. 1978, the 35th Golden Globes. The Turning Point, Richard Burton and Jane Fonda won. All right. And I want to know what movie I see this picture a lot. He's obviously in some Roman armor.
Yeah.
I want to know what movie he's in.
I'm guessing Caligula.
Caligula. That sounds about right. So. And
Him and Michael McDowell.
Actually, let me look this up.
That was a good poll. I think he's right.
I think he is too. I mean, you know, generally he is. He is my pop culture representative. Caligula, movie. Why can't I type? There we go. Well, I see naked people, so that's not good. And this is in color, but anyway, yeah. Now I see boobies. So, yeah, let's move on up. 1979, Arthur Kopit's Wings premiered in New York City. He was a playwright, so it must be a play, Wings. And I wonder if that's, because I know there's a TV show called Wings.
There is?
Yes.
Quagmire from Family Guy loves it, and that's the only time I ever
Yes.
heard about it. So,
No, I've seen it before. It's about an airport.
Is the show based off the play? Or...
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Alright. Anyway, back to you, Mr. Sohan.
Yes. 1980, 37th Golden Globes, Kramer vs. Kramer, Dustin Hoffman and Sally Field win.
Alright, you missed one in 1979.
1979, Pope John Paul II addressed the Third General Conference of Latin America's Episcopal in Puebla, Mexico.
Yeah, I remember when he went down there. Yeah, it's a really big deal.
Mm-hmm. I think he was the first pope to visit the Western Hemisphere.
Could be. I don't know.
You know, let's look up first pope to visit the West. Pope Paul the Sixth, so not John Paul. So this was in 1965. All right. Anyway.
1981, William J. Casey becomes the 13th director of the CIA until 1987.
Wow.
That looks like a mask.
Yeah, that looks like. He looks like several different politicians of today's world. Like.
It looks like a melted mask.
He looks like.
Poor guy.
Yeah, let's not keep checking him. 1984, 41st Golden Globes, Terms of Endearment, Tom Courtenay, Robert Duvall, and Shirley MacLaine win. Thank you for bringing the humanity back into the show. Like, we're just sitting here ripping this poor guy apart. He's probably dead.
Yeah.
Like, actually, let's see. Is he dead?
Who knows? He's probably in hell.
He died in
Probably
87.
knows?
looks better now.
Who knows? He's probably in hell, and the devil's making fun of him.
God. In 1984, Edmonton center Wayne Gretzky's NHL record point scoring streak ended at 51 games when Oilers were beaten 4-2 by LA Kings. Gretzky totals 61, 92, 153 during the period. So 61 goals, 92 assists, or 153 points, or how would that be distributed? Alice, where are you?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Okay.
Because you get certain points for a goal, certain points for assist. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So point total is different than goals. You get points for assists and everything.
Oh.
But he ended up playing for the Kings.
61 plus 92 equals 153. Okay, so goals, assists equals 153 points. 61 plus 92 equals 103.
Okay,
153. So that, yeah, what you just said, like that's what made me think about it.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, I believe it's your turn again, Sohan.
Or in 1985, 12th American Music Awards, Cyndi Lauper and Lionel Richie win.
All right, Lionel Richie.
Yes.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared.
Yes.
He just vanished.
Huh.
He was a judge on the last seasons of American Idol.
Oh yeah.
Hello, I am back.
Welcome back.
Also, he's
Thank you.
he's the adoptive father of Christina
Yeah.
Ricci.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie was just, huh?
I was just gonna say, now he's just somebody that we used to know.
That's a good song.
It was, and now they are just somebody that we
What?
used to know too. Like they appeared, created that banger, and then just left. Like
Yeah.
they never made any other songs, like at all,
Mhm.
to my knowledge. So that makes me wonder, like,
Yeah,
you know, was that a bet? You know, did they was just one of those stupid, like, you know, dorm room bets? Like, you know, oh, I bet you $100 I can make like a platinum album or something. You know, like.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel bad for him. He was at the Music Awards, and he had to sit next to MGK,
MGK.
Machine Gun Kelly. You know, the guy that got his rap career completely obliterated by Eminem.
Oh,
And his
that
rock
guy.
career by Slipknot.
Got his career got completely trashed.
He got destroyed
by the
so
guy.
hard that I forgot who he was.
He got beat so bad that he had spikes on his suit.
Ooh.
Like dull spikes. They weren't like spikes, but they were there. They were definitely spikes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And
Like-
he also got destroyed by the metal band Slipknot,
Mhm.
which he started wearing.
Oh, Slipknot. Slipknot is like the heavy metal version of Eminem.
Well, let's get back into the history, guys.
Yes. Alrighty.
I believe it's so in
Like-
turn still.
Yes, 1985, a charity single "We Are the World" recorded by supergroup USA for Africa. Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, Quincy Jones, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, and others, also including Ray Charles.
That is
Alright. And Lionel
Star-studded
Richie, like
group.
we just spoke about him, so
Yeah.
he was in there too.
that song right there. That is just piled with star-studded singers.
It is more studded than Michael Jackson's glove.
Indeed.
Oh man,
Ooh, yeah. Remember that well.
I think this is your third.
Oh
so
no.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Ooh, it's-
1986. Space Shuttle Challenger explodes 73 seconds after liftoff from Cape Canaveral, with all 7 crew members killed, including Krista McAuliffe, who was the first teacher in space.
was going to be the first teacher in space.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Oh yeah.
Can you
Her
imagine her whole
students
class
watched.
was watching on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
that was
whole
just
class watched her
tragic.
blow up.
That's just.
Yeah,
It-
it's
It's
sad.
called the Challenger, and they challenged and they lost, unfortunately. Really bad name to name a shuttle, stuff
Yeah.
like that, you know. Like, and then
Shuttle
there was
was-
another explosion, the Columbia, right? On reentry
Oh,
or something.
no.
Because we've
Columbia.
lost,
They were played a bad hand.
we've lost
Columbia
2
was.
out of the 5 space shuttles. So,
Okay, I don't remember.
what happened to the Columbia?
It
Columbia
exploded.
disaster. Yeah, February 1st, 2003. Space Shuttle Columbia broke up as it returned to Earth
Oh.
because when it launched, they saw something fell off of it, and they believe it was one of the tiles,
Oh.
one of the reflectors.
Okay.
So, you know, what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. How do you get back in?
and so they tried it, and then it went bad. So.
Hey.
Yeah, so there's 2 out of the 5 shuttles we've lost, and well, now we have no shuttles anymore. The whole program is gone. So anyway, Mr. Doom, if you want, you can take up 1987 here.
Yeah, I'll take it. In the year 1987, U.S. Foreign Minister George P. Shultz meets African National Congress leader Oliver Tambo.
Huh. All right.
He's got a nice mustache.
You see that? That is a
Yeah,
mustache. Yeah.
he's got quite the mustache. Yeah, that's very well
kind of
kept.
a handlebar thing going on. Biker.
Yeah, he's got the biker stash. Yeah, attaboy.
Yeah, does it look like he has
Kind of
the
a cheesy
sideburns?
grin, though.
Yeah, he's got that little. He's got the little kid grin on Christmas.
He looks really worried too. He looks really worried too with all the wrinkles. He's like he's smiling. He's like, please see that I'm happy, please.
Yeah.
Sitting there
Not
sweating
let me go.
bullets.
Do not invite me to get on the boat.
Oh God, so bad.
Let's go for that place.
That's messed up, bro.
Oh shit! 1987.
Yeah, just
Wrestler
quick.
Jim Neidhart indicted
Oh.
for assaulting a flight attendant.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
A wrestler.
Jim Neidhart isn't.
That's not
Oh no, wait, no,
His
that's
daughter's
not-
Natalia. She's wrestling currently.
Oh. Yeah. Isn't he the one that didn't he? Wasn't he the one? No, was he the one that died? Like he fell
Yeah.
fell off the.
No,
Yeah,
it's
he was-
Owen Hart.
Oh yeah, Owen. I was gonna say Owen was the one that Owen was the one that fell out. Like his cable snapped and he fell off and.
Oh, is
think
he
he
the guy
landed
who
on
was
his
like
head.
trying to rappel in from the roof or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
Okay.
doing his entrance for that show and he snapped off and I think he fell on his head.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was like it was rough.
Yeah, I remember just watching a
Yeah.
video about that. That was
It was a-
horrifying.
Yeah, very very bad day for the WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, in 1988, got some sports history. The New York Rangers, Marcel Dion, scores a second period power play goal in 5-2 win in Philadelphia. Becomes the first player in NHL history to get 20 goals in each of his first 17 seasons.
Wow,
Oh, that's impressive.
that is.
Yeah. In 1989, the 46th Golden Globes. Rain Man, Dustin Hoffman, and Jodie Foster had won.
Nice. Without even scrolling, I'm looking down here and I see Australian Open. You know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
1989
Accent
Australian
on
Open women's tennis. Steffi Graf of Germany defeated Czech Helena Sukova 6-4, 6-4 for her sixth career Grand Slam title and her second Australian singles crown.
Crikey, mate.
Crikey.
That's quite the achievement.
Oh, indeed. And
Thank
then we got, the Golden Loon's favorite sports here. 1989, David Boone completed 7th Test century, 149 versus WI at SCG. Cricket.
Cricket.
Yeah.
Correct it.
It's the Australian
The
Wilford
most
Brimley
confusing
right there.
sport.
So, instead of going about diabetes, he goes on about cricket. You know?
Alright. Cricket's
We got
more
another
complicated
Australian
than.
men's Opens tennis in 1990. U.S.-based Czech star Ivan Lendl of one's eighth. What? That's written oddly. Eighth and last career Grand Slam title defeated Stefan Edberg, 4-6, 7-6, 5-2. Edberg retired injured. Oh,
Dying.
dang. So we got injured on the court. It looks like that's not good.
Super Bowl!
And I saw that one of my viewers actually just went down, so my horrible accent just cost us a
He
few.
scared somebody out.
Just
No,
like,
seriously,
no!
it went down.
Let's see, you have 2 views. Because I'm watching it through both of my things. I'm watching it through my computer and my phone.
Well, then whoever wasn't you just left. Anyway,
Why did San Fran have to do my team like that? Why did they do my boys like that? What the heck, man? What the hell, Montana? Come on, man.
Mr. Sowen, do you want to talk about this Super Bowl here? Actually, if you don't mind, let's give it to Doom Guy because he's a football dude.
In 1990, Super Bowl 24, Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, LA.
Louisiana.
Where, LA, Louisiana. Yeah. San Francisco 49ers beat the Denver Broncos. That's right. 55-10. MVP was Joe Montana, San Francisco quarterback. Toughest quarterback to ever live.
Yeah.
Toughest quarterback ever.
By let's ride, do you mean let's ride the unemployment line? Because 55 to 10 is a pretty hard kick in the teeth.
That was like, I will say, that is one of the rare times that Denver gets beat by that many points. We usually only get beat by a very small amount of points.
Well, usually the goal is to not get beat by any amount of points.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's our ultimate goal. But when you have a string of like every year you have a bad coach up until Gary Kubiak came into the sport, then yeah, we're bound to have bad seasons, especially this past one. Freaking Nathaniel Hackett.
Anyway, Mr. Sohan, 1991.
Sure, 1991. American Music Award, well, the 18th American Music Awards, MC Hammer and Janet Jackson win.
Hammer time. Wow.
Hey, we're thinking, hey, same brain cell, hey.
Another example. We got to start, we got to figure out some way, because I don't want to go through all of ours.
We
have
need to go
over a year
clips.
of stuff. Well,
Just gonna...
Oh, also
Yeah.
1992, St. Louis right wing Brett Cole becomes second player after Wayne Gretzky in NHL history to record back-to-back seasons of 50 goals in 50 games. Number 50 comes in the 3-3 Blues tie in Los Angeles.
wow.
Wait.
And in 1995, Australia Open women's tennis, Mary Pierce of France beat Spain's Andrexia Sanchez Vicario 6-3, 6-2 for her first career Grand Slam title and her only Australian singles title.
Huh.
Man, she does not look no fucking Spanish.
Huh. She, Arantetic, Sanchez?
Yeah.
She looks, let's just say she looks like Eminem's mom.
Yeah, she looks like
She's like
she
Eminem's mom if
adopted.
she actually took care of herself.
Yeah, true.
Also, 1996, Australia Open men's tennis. Forrest Becker of Germany wins his sixth and last career Grand Slam title, beats American Michael Chang 6-2, 6-4, 2-6, 6-2. Man, could you imagine having a name like that in a? Oh no, he is. And you're shut the fuck up.
I know the exact reason why he lost. And just look at that hairline. Dude ain't got no hairline.
Bro looks like
That man couldn't even say it was on
What kind of
hairline.
wig?
Like he was-
I was gonna
like he
go
was
over
saving the
wig.
goal.
it looks like somebody inflated his head like a balloon.
Dude. Dude, he's got the fucking Chinese
Like
leader
someone cut his
haircut.
wig.
Why are we always attacking people's looks today? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of hard. Dude, wait.
Okay,
He looks.
1998, Michelangelo's Christ and the Woman of Samaria sold for $7.4 million.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Especially in
yeah, that's a lot of money for a turtle.
Yeah. Let's see here. What was this painting? This one. So this sold for $7 million. Well, there's a nipple. So
That's a boob.
It's like
Okay.
Max,
Put that away.
or Max Splinter be happy. That's your turn.
Yeah, but that was Willem Dafoe's twin right there. Jeez.
Huh.
I think I know where Willem Dafoe got his looks. Got that from Michelangelo.
Mr. Doom Guy,
Yes.
you want to introduce
Yes.
us into the next millennium?
Yeah, indeed. Australian men's open tennis. Yeah, tennis open. In the year 2001, Australian Open men's tennis, Andre Agassi retains title. He beats Frenchman Arnaud Clement 6-4, 6-2, 6-2 for his third Australian trophy. Crikey,
How many viewers
Only
do we
three?
lose this time?
man, gotta pull Tom Brady. Gotta get 7. Shopping?
What is that? 35.
All right. Ah, Super Bowl. Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 35, Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida, Baltimore Ravens beat the New England Giants 34-7. MVP Ray Lewis, Baltimore linebacker. Him and Lawrence Taylor are the two best linebackers ever. They're the greatest.
Yeah, you talk about.
I would put Von Miller in that list though. He's a top 5. His stats don't show it, but he is top 5 all time. Like that, it's hard to cover Von Miller. Like he can bull rush for being as small as he is, but he is fast. Like speed.
Yeah.
For being 260, he's really fast. Anywho, more Australian stuff. In 2007, Australian Open men's tennis, Swiss ace Roger Federer successfully defends his title, beating Fernando Gonzalez of Chile 76-64, 64. Sweet.
Dude, like, my accent is completely different from yours, but, like, both accents are, like, kind of acceptable because I've heard both of them from actual Australians. Like, they do have multiple different accents.
Well,
I'm going off of Dundee. I'm doing the.
Down to the south, what they sound like.
That's my. Yeah, mine's just. It's Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. Mine's just like an old, mine's just like an old, like, grizzled Australian. Just like, at the end of his rope.
Yeah.
2010, 5 murderers of Bangladeshi President Sheikh Mujibur Rahman were hanged. Lieutenant Colonel Syed Farooq Rahman, Lieutenant Colonel Sultan Shahrir Rashid Khan, Major Akam, AKM, so that's a weird name, Mohidulin Ahmed, and Major Bazlul Huda, and Lieutenant Colonel Mohidun Ahmed. So all military people.
All hanged?
All hanged.
Wow.
And he was the founding father of Bangladesh. Remember, I think it was yesterday, you weren't here. Yesterday or the day before, we were talking about they deposed this guy, I believe. It was. So he died August. So we're nowhere near August.
No, not even close.
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, he was the founding father in Bangladesh, and then they apparently killed him. So then they got killed back. We got another historic event here in 2011. Hundreds of thousands of protesters filled the Egyptian streets against the Hosni Mubarak's regime in demonstrations referred to as the Friday of Anger. I've heard about this guy.
Mubarak, yeah.
Mubarak. And then in 2012, we got Australian Open women's tennis. Victoria Azarenka became first Belarusian player to win Grand Slam singles title. Defeats Maria Sharapova of Russia 6-3, 6-0. Dang. Didn't give her nothing. And then Mr. Soen, if you're here, I see that you're muted, but looks like he might be AFK, and I think he is, so let's go to you, Doom Guy, 2017.
Australian Open women's tennis. 2017 Australian Open women's tennis. Serena Williams defeats older sister Venus Williams 6-4 and 6-4 for her 7th Australian title and record 23rd Grand Slam event singles victory.
Yep. The Great Wall of Williams. So.
Little sister beats big sister.
I bet your big sister was not very happy about that one.
Yeah.
She was very upset.
Yeah.
Losing to her own sibling.
Yeah.
Not knowing that she would become the greatest, one of the best tennis players in the world.
Yep. Imagine that Thanksgiving table.
Oh, yeah. I bet she's probably proud of her now, but
yeah.
she's probably proud about that one, about losing to her. I would be. Anywho. In 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump and Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull have hint Jewish phone call over deal for U.S. to take 1,250 refugees.
I'm trying to do that mimic thing again.
You're trying to do Trump's okay thing.
Yeah, my hands were a little below the screen, so I'm trying to like raise them up.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
It was the perfect phone call.
Yes. And
it was a great phone call, perhaps the best phone
It
call
was-
of all time.
it was the greatest phone call of all
I'm gonna
time.
build a phone call better than China. I tell you that.
I'm making a phone product that's even better than Apple.
Alexander Graham Bell got nothing on me.
I'm gonna make an electrical system that's even better than what Edison stole.
I'm gonna follow in the footsteps of Nikola Tesla.
Very good.
I'm gonna outsteal Edison himself.
I'm just a businessman doing business.
I'm gonna pay $2 billion.
Oh my god. Alright, let's continue on before our impersonations gets us canceled.
In 2018 60th Grammy Awards, Bruno Mars wins Best Song. That's What I Like, and Best Album, 24 Karat Magic.
24 karat magic in the air.
Yeah, they had some pretty good songs in that album. It was a good album, I will say.
It was. Yeah.
I don't listen to it anymore, but yeah, it was good. It was alright.
I hear his stuff every now and then on the radio, you know?
Yeah. Radio is very, very diverse with their music.
In 2020, U.S. President Donald Trump released his Middle East peace plan alongside Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu, whatever.
Netanyahu.
That guy. At the White House. All right.
The Abraham Accord.
And 2021, Bernie Sanders' mittens worn to the inaugurations raised $1.8 million for Vermont charities after images go viral. I remember that. There's a whole thing
I
about
love that meme.
like he's sitting
When
there
you're
like with his
waiting.
mittens like in his lap like this.
Yeah, and he's
And
sitting
it
there like
became a
he
whole
just
thing.
looks miserable.
Hold on a second.
Like when you're waiting for the when you're waiting for your tacos.
Yeah, here we go.
I love that.
Oh, see?
When you're waiting for the Packers to finally win another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Somebody made a little.
When you're waiting for the Cowboys to actually do something productive.
Brett. Brett. Freaking
That's
dead
me
next
me
to him.
waiting waiting on the bus.
Oh my god.
That's Alice waiting on the next bus.
Pretty much. Anyway, before we move on into Births and Deaths, audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything you wish we'd elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say had you been here? Start a dialogue in the comments section. I believe we're losing the loon here.
I'm out. Have a good
All right, we will. Thank you for joining.
Take care, man.
Going to move on up into bursts. Starting us off in 598, we have Li Shimin, Emperor Taizong of Tang, Emperor of China, from 626 to 49. Hey, isn't that Stitch in Experiment 626?
Stitch.
Yes. Agataba. Born at Wugong, died in 649. All right.
Oh.
Then we have Thomas Aquinas, 1225, an Italian theologian, philosopher, and doctor of the Church, Summa Theologica. Birth date is approximate. Born in Rochesica, Kingdom of Sicily, died in 1274. Summa Theologica sounds like something from Warhammer 40k.
That is a very interesting style of hair.
Yes.
That is
that's-
just
Yeah,
that was
that's
normal
the,
back then, but yeah,
Well, like that's the monk's hairstyle. Like you remember one
something
of the,
similar to that. Yeah, it's not like that exact one, but it is something along that line where you shave everything but like a random ring around your head
Yeah.
to make it look like a halo, I believe.
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
think that it would make sense. That makes sense to me. I just see it as a halo.
I never thought of that. I just
don't
thought
think
they
it's-
were weird. Like,
I don't know if it's actually that, but yeah.
well, speaking of weird halos, this guy looks like he just took a razor and just went right down the center.
Bro's just that damn emo kid if he had a receding hairline.
That just goes one way. Actually, no, he's
like
going
a-
forward. He's
It's like the no, that's what they do. Yeah, that's what emo kids do. They do the same thing. Hey, it's an emo kid if he became a landing strip.
God. George Hamilton Gordon, born on this date in 1784, was the fourth Earl of Aberdeen, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom for the Peelate Party, 1852 to 55. And before that, he was Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs from 1841 to 46. Born in Edinburgh, Scotland, died in 1860. And then now your turn, sir.
In the year 1807, Robert McClure, Irish explorer who discovered the Northwest Passage, born in Wexford, Ireland. Top of the morning to you.
Bro, this guy's beard.
Oh wow, he's got that Lincoln beard.
Yeah, he does.
It's not bad. It's not a bad look. I'm not gonna. Can't rip him. We can't rip those guys for having that kind of beard. It's not bad.
It just looks like his upper lip is cold and everything else is warm.
Yeah.
Like,
actually, that's the Amish beard. Yeah, that's the Amish style.
That is true.
Yeah, that is the exact style that they do. They all do it.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. Alexander Mackenzie, born in the year 1822, he was the second Prime Minister of Canada, Liberal Party, 1873 to 1878. Born in Longeret, Scotland. Huh. Anyway, liberal had a different meaning back then. Well, liberal had the proper meaning. It was more in favor of freedom, is what it used to be. But now it's just now it's like not even close.
We have Henry Morton Stanley, born on this date in 1841. He was a Welsh journalist and African explorer. He found Livingstone in Africa. We all know the quote, Dr. Livingstone, I presume. So this is the guy who said that.
Yeah.
Born in Denbigh, Wales, and died in 1904. Huh. We also have Colette, 1873, a French author and novelist, Guy La Vagabonde, and actress, born in Paris, France, died in 1954. And we also have Jackson Pollock, 1912, a U.S. expressionist painter, Lavender Mist, to name one. Born in Cody, Wyoming, and died in 1956. We all know about Pollock paintings and everything. So, and actually, I believe in Guardians of the Galaxy, they made a joke at his expense.
Wait a minute, but why is he? He's from Cody. He's just from Cody.
Cody. Yep.
Yeah, no, because Wyoming isn't real. Just so you know, it's like the Italy of America. Just doesn't exist.
But Italy exists.
No, it doesn't.
Then where did fascists come from? And spaghetti.
From Germany. It was Germany before. It was like in the 1910s.
Germany invented pasta.
They invented pasta.
There was no such thing as a Roman Empire. There is no such
thing.
They needed
it. It was all Germany. It was always Germany.
Everything is Germany. Oh my god.
Everything is German. I mean, it's not invalid. I mean, it's not a terrible theory.
Jesus. Bro.
You gotta admit, it's valid. They've been involved with quite a bit of stuff.
So does that mean in 1939, when Italy, 1936, when Italy invaded Zimbabwe, it wasn't Italy, it was Germany.
Yeah, it was just an extent. It was just a olive-skinned variant of Germans.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Fucking mob. It was just mafia members.
Dude,
going in there with their Tommy guns.
Could you imagine the amount of history that would be different if Italy never existed?
Oh, that'd be so weird.
Oh,
the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. Neither would.
The Roman Empire, Catholicism, the papacy, the Vatican. Fascism.
Yeah. And the place. What the hell is the place that the Roman Empire had having a squabble with there for a while? They had the 3 Punic Wars.
Carthage?
Wasn't it? Yeah, Carthage, yeah. Wouldn't have existed either, because Carthage was in Italy. At least, well, I could be wrong.
No, I think Carthage was a North African empire that was conquered by Italy. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho, in 1936, Alan Alda, It's his 87th birthday today. American Emmy Award-winning actor and director, MASH. And Captain Hawkeye Pierce, West Wing, born in New York City, New York.
Ah, happy birthday.
He's Italian. He's got to be Italian. His hair's definitely dark enough to be Italian.
All right.
It's not that. Don't worry. It's not. I'm not going by race. I'm just going by hair color.
We got Carlos Slim in 1940, a Mexican business magnate, America Movil, once ranked as the richest person in the world, born in Mexico City, Mexico. He's 83 today. So he was once the richest person in the world. Well, interesting.
Rich.
Yep.
Cringe.
Then we also have Nicolas Sarkozy, 1955, 23rd president of France from 2007 through 12. Born in Paris, France. He's 68 today. Wow,
that reminds me of the.
I don't like the way he's smiling at me.
That reminds me of the Terminator when he smiles in Genesis.
Yes.
That shit was hilarious. Dude, that's what it reminds me of. It's just like so. It's just such an awkward smile. What?
Is it just me or like his lower jaw, offset? He's like grinning, but like grinning like it's like a serial
It might be
killer?
his teeth. He might have that one weird tooth that just makes his jaw look crooked.
No, if you see like the actual there's like a pocket of black on the left side of the top, and then a pocket of black on the right side on the bottom. Like offset. So.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say my jaw's freaking weird. My lower jaw is very strange, very very off center.
Huh? So you like going around talking like this?
No, my teeth are off center. It's just like everything else is fine. It's just my teeth are crooked.
Well, anyway, Nick Price, 1957, a Zimbabwean golfer, PGA Championship 1992, 94, and the British Open 94 as well. Born in Durban,
Price.
South Africa. Wow. So
Price. Is that your brother, Price? Captain Price's brother.
So this guy who is not as white as Elon Musk, but he's Zimbabwean. So skin color does not dictate anything anymore these days, which is good. Is that
Captain Price's long lost cousin?
I don't know. But then we also have Elijah Wood, 1981.
Hey, I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's cool.
He's a U.S.
good
actor,
dude.
The Good Son, The Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit. Born in... Actually, no, he wasn't in The Hobbit. Never mind. He was
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he wasn't in long, but he was there.
He was
in
end.
it for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, or actually, at the beginning or something.
He was in it. Yeah, he was there only in the beginning, and that was it.
Oh yeah, and then the whole movie was a flashback. That's right.
You see, because that cutscene there at the beginning, or that scene right there in the beginning, was right before the party. It was right before the opening scene of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why, like, you notice how Frodo was running down. That was him before he ran out. He was running to find Gandalf.
Oh.
That was why he was running into town.
Okay.
Yeah. In that cool little detail they added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He's 42 today, so happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then let's
Small
move on
guy.
to deaths. Your turn, sir.
Charlemagne died in 814. He was the first Holy Roman Emperor from 800 to 814. Died at the age of 71.
That's pretty up there for back in that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ancient at that time.
Yeah.
Like, dirt old at that time. Like,
would that in the percentage-wise make him older than Biden in comparison?
That would make him probably one of the oldest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Unless you do consider the Chinese at that point, because the Chinese were very advanced at that point.
The Chinese are another category.
Yeah, they're like their own little category. They get really old. Like their average age is like up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like very, very well taken care of. Anywho, Henry VIII.
We spoke about him earlier today.
Yeah. Died in the year 1547. He was the King of England from 1509 to 1547, who separated the Church of England from the Roman Catholic Church. He died at the age of 55.
Now that's, I believe, a historical inaccuracy. He didn't separate the Church of England from the Roman Catholic Church. He created the Church of England in defiance of the Catholic Church because they would not let him,
I
as we spoke about
believe.
earlier, divorce his wife and everything. So he made his own religion so he can do that because he was getting tired of imprisoning and executing his wives. So
Let's see. I don't think he was not involved. It was his father, Henry VII, I believe, was the one involved with the whole Columbus thing. Just
Christopher
it
Columbus?
might have been.
No, that was Spain.
That was. Oh yeah, never mind. I thought they were involved. I thought they had some correlation with that.
Columbus did go to England, but they refused. He went everywhere. He was an Italian
I
explorer.
said, no.
And the Spain used
Yeah. I was say yeah. It took him a while until he got. I think he had to go to. He had to go to Spain until he could get approval.
Yeah, well,
England just didn't want anything to do with it.
Well, see, like, and this has been said before, like, they didn't know that there was a whole other continent, but they knew that the world wasn't flat back at that time. And,
Yeah.
you know, when you go and you send when you go to explore and try to find a new way, you know, like, you send an armada of ships, right? Like, they only sent him with 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. You know, they were trying to get rid of him. They essentially just sent him off to his death just to shut him up because he kept coming, like, you know, France, Italy, you know, Spain.
Yeah, it was
UK.
annoying.
He was annoying everybody, and then finally Spain is just like, all right, F off. Here's some ships, here's some money, and go. You know, and they weren't expecting anything from him. But then he found
They didn't expect him to come back.
Of the Earth. He found another half of the planet. So
let's say they never anticipated for him to come back.
Yeah, no.
Like they were talk about surprised. Like,
whoa,
you couldn't get any more surprised than they were when he came back. Completely fine.
As Clark Griswold once said, I wouldn't be more surprised if I woke up with him in the morning with my head sewn to the carpet.
Yep.
Anyway.
Francis Drake died in the year 1596. He was an English pirate, admiral, and governor of Newfoundland. Portobello, West Indies, dies of dysentery at the age of 50.
Dysentery?
Dysentery.
Dysentery.
Such a random
stabbing
thing.
my sentry.
It's like such a random thing to die from. Like it's such a random word.
Dysentery.
Huh? Dysentery.
We got
John.
Go fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
John McCrae, 1918, a Canadian physician, soldier, and poet in Flanders Fields, died of pneumonia at 45.
Flanders.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Stupid Flanders.
Have you seen that meme?
Oh.
Legos aren't sexy, and somebody built a stupid, sexy Flanders, and they're like, "I bet you feel really stupid right now, huh?" We got Carl Gustav Emil Mannerheim, 1951, was a Finnish general and 6th president of Finland from 1944 through 46. Died at the age of 83. And we got Klaus Fuchs, this Fuchser, 1988, German-British atomic physicist and spy for the Soviet Union, dies at 76. This guy is the primary catalyst to leaking of nuclear secrets to the Soviet Union. And instead of executing him, we basically released him and allowed him to go to Russia. Like, we let him go.
Which we shouldn't have done.
Like,
if we caught him, we should have at least, at the minimum, held him in prison. Worst case, just execute him.
But see, this is why, this is one of the many reasons why I believe that, all of the countries, all of the nations, all of the powers that be, everything's all a song and dance. When in reality, they're all in cahoots with each other. Like, everybody. Because, like, what better way for, to give an excuse to leak Russia's secrets than to utilize this guy? Then they're not going to kill off their guy. They're just going to allow him to go. Like, back then, people had a little bit more morals. They were still, like, dirty, but, like, and underhanded and stuff, but they didn't, straight up just, like, kill their spy. Today, they would.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, they would get.
But see,
they'd probably get shot on sight.
The powers that be, did not want only one nation to have nuclear secrets. So this guy was just, I believe, he's a fall guy, a figurehead to point the finger at, to, for how the Soviet, because he should have been executed. But like, he was only in prison
Russian
for,
Harry
like,
Potter.
He was only in prison for like 5 to 10 years, and then he was released. It was ridiculous. Like,
Freaking Russian Harry Potter.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a German-British, so.
Yeah. German-British Harry Potter. Well, no, that would just make him goofy Harry Potter.
Speaking
Harry Potter
of
pretty dumb.
looking goofy, look at this guy. Red Grange,
Oh yeah,
1991.
the old helmets.
Yep, nipple helmets. U.S. Galloping Ghost of Football, University of Illinois, Chicago Bears, died of Parkinson's disease at 87. Dang.
Ooh, that's rough.
Dude, he looks like a court jester. Like, he looks like he has, like the Harlequin, jacket on.
Yeah.
He just needs the weird...
I remember when the Bears did a throwback jersey for that, and it looked really weird.
The Bears.
Yep. The Bears.
Back to you, sir, I think. Never mind, actually.
Oh, well, I guess we could snag one or two.
Go for it.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with... Yeah, who should we go with? Arthur Jenkins. We'll go with Arthur Jenkins.
Gotta play.
In the year... Darn Arthur, what are you doing?
I'm dying, Dutch.
I'm dying, Dutch. Got tuberculosis. In 2009, Arthur Jenkins Jr., American jazz and pop session and touring keyboardist, composer, and arranger, Johnny Nash, Harry Belafonte, John Lennon, and Roberta Flack dies at the age of 72.
Dang. You want to take any others? Actually, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, might as
so
well.
that'll conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Please go check out all of those links, our YouTube, our Rumble, our BitChutes. It has Doom Guy's YouTube and his Instagram, Muffin's YouTube, Soen's Twitch, all that stuff. Anyway, for your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central.
And 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Chef Russ.
And for the main body of the articles today, we had the Golden Loon, a.k.a. Leave It To Beaver Me Cleaver. And, of course, you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!